Hello, boils and ghouls, and all in between. Welcome to the Paranormal with Nessferatu. I'm Nessa.
And I'm Ash.
Let's get freaky.
Ricky!
Shall we start? Um, shall we start with a media moment?
We shall.
Okay, give me your media moment.
Borderlands 4. Haven't even played it yet. Just came out. Just got it downloaded.
I like that.
Very ready to play.
My media moment is Gears of War 3. Because it's a brilliant game. It's a classic. And shout out to my big brother for putting me on when I was a wee babby.
Yeah!
Wee babby. So I also want to recommend a movie. It's called A Cure to Wellness. And it's a really good movie. It's like mind freaky, very like the reality you think you know is not actually true. Very interesting.
I want to watch The Cell again.
The Cell is so
That was
good.
a good one.
So good. Apparently, allegedly, there's a second one.
Yeah.
I have not watched the second one, but I'd really like to because I think it would be cool to see where they took the whole sci-fi horror thing with it. Okay, you're excused. Beg for forgiveness.
Please!
Okay,
Please forgive!
You're forgiven. You're forgiven. So our topic today is Gettysburg. We're gonna learn a little bit of history, tiny bit of ghost stories, mostly just yapping about it.
Yappin'.
So again, I'd love to say if you have a story, a ghost tale, send it to paranormalwithnessferatu@gmail.com. If you want to be anonymous, be anonymous. If you want your name read, we'll read it.
Send it.
Send it in. So, my love, would you please start us off with some Gettysburg lore?
Yes. Gettysburg is obviously, like, most known because of the Battle of Gettysburg, which was, like, the biggest battle, the most important battle in the Civil War. It was July 1st to July 3rd. It was a 3-day battle in 1863. General George Meade in the Union Army defeated Robert Lee and the Confederates. It was the bloodiest single battle and also a huge turning point in the war. Also the costliest battle, most expensive in the Civil War. There was over 50,000 recorded casualties, and in the first day there was over 17,000 casualties. It's also where Abraham Lincoln and Edward Everett gave their speeches at the Gettysburg Address to dedicate the National Cemetery for all the lives lost. And there was estimated 20,000 Native Americans that fought on both sides because their territory was right in the middle, so it was like impossible for them to be neutral.
Right, and we know from the last episode, all my homies hate Andrew Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, generally a tragedy, so I feel like there's bound to be lots of ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Lost souls,
that sort of thing. It's a good point. You're pulling my boobie out. Please stop. That sort of thing. So, and there's also allegedly, that's my word of the day. Allegedly.
My word of the day.
There's allegedly a battle between two Native American parties. I don't know which ones they were, and I also don't know how true it is.
Yeah, I did read a little bit about that, but I didn't write enough to talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't. It's in I read it in an article by Crystal Ponte on history.com. That kind of goes a little bit into some of Gettysburg history, and that's also where I got some of my information now. So first, I'm going to start off with Mark Nesbitt. He's a former National Park ranger / historian / author.
What a legend.
What a legend.
Doing it all.
He runs Ghost Tour. He runs Ghost Tour. That's it.
The Ghost Tour.
The Ghost Tour. The single Ghost Tour. He runs a Ghost Tour company in Gettysburg. I wrote GB, and so I used to live in Tennessee, but I always confuse Gettysburg with Gatlinburg.
Oh.
Yeah. I think about Gatlinburg all the time.
Yeah. Is that Tennessee?
Yes. So Gatlinburg is like around where Dollywood is, and stuff like that. Nice. Dolly Parton. the Great Smoky Mountains. Ooh, the Great Smoky Mountains. We could cover that too because they've got a bit of history
Nice.
and
I
lore.
don't think I've ever heard anything about that.
Nobody has.
Yeah.
And that gets me, dude. That bugs me.
Let them know.
Let them know.
Let them know.
There's a lot going on in Gatlinburg. But yeah, so Gettysburg was involved with several battles. There's a Mark Nesbitt said that it seemed like it was like meant for hauntings because of the alleged battle before and then this battle too. He also has this stone tape theory that strongly suggests energy released at the time of death becomes trapped in the area's granite and quartz. So, which I mean, if you think about atoms in physics, I think makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, matter can't be created nor destroyed.
Right. So
gotta go somewhere.
It's gotta go somewhere. So that's what I'm thinking. So I kind of do lean towards that. I also think sometimes souls just imprint.
Yeah.
Souls just imprint, and then
especially like how many lives were lost there. Like it's gotta feel heavy no matter what. Like
and the magnitude of why.
Yeah. Yeah, that arguably was like the most important war in America.
Yeah.
Like, let's see.
This cat going for my drink. But yeah, so I think no matter.
Sorry, we didn't have her in the first video, did we?
I actually think that we didn't. She was locked away.
No, because
yeah, it was only last week.
Yeah, I guess it has been 2 weeks since we've had her now. Yeah.
Yeah. Meh. She's 3 months old, and
She's
whatever.
Getting ready to nap.
3 plus. What are we at now? 12th?
Yeah.
She's what, a month and a week or two? No. 3 months and a week or two? Sorry. Everyone knows I can't count that high. You can count.
I thought
June
she was
3rd.
already 3. Oh, she was born June 3rd?
Yes. So that makes this the 3rd month.
Yeah, so she's already 3 months.
Yeah, and then I was saying, like, since it's not the 3rd anymore, it's the 12th. It's like 3 months and a week? Or 3 months and 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyways, I also think that
it's like when moms talk about their kids. Yeah, hey, he's 94 months old.
94 months old. How old is that in years?
Like
quick maths.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. But I do think that the stone tape theory is believable to me because if you think about crystals having energy and effects and stuff like that, all of us witchy woo wah people who like crystals, and then also the telepathy tapes. 2 Girls, One Ghost covered a little bit of that. It's a super enthusiastic episode. They're super excited about it, and when I found out about it, I was too. So the telepathy tapes are by Kai Dickens, and you can find it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Podcasts, iTunes. I'm pretty sure you can find it on like everything you find podcasts on. And right now they have a season 1. They're coming out with a season 2, and they're working on doing like a film documentary on it.
That's cool.
And they're basically studying how some autistic, non-verbal, mostly non-speaking autistics have telepathy and just mind abilities. They mention some things like energies. They talk about a little bit about religion, and I say talk loosely because it's like they need essentially a translator. They're called spellers because they use a keyboard, like kind of, or like a spelling board to talk.
Yeah.
Which in the 90s, I believe when it first came out, was like super controversial because they were like, you're spelling for them, you're moving for them, but it wasn't really that serious.
Yeah.
It wasn't that deep. And then now,
oh my god, they're able to talk.
Well, it's like, so that happened earlier in the 90s, and then now, up to now, it's been severely disproved that like it's an inefficient form of communication for autistic people. So it's like, get over it. First of all,
if they're able to communicate,
they're able to communicate, and a lot of them are like, they write so beautifully. Like people, quoting Kai Dickens, has talked about how they speak as if it's like an older type of English or an older type of whatever language is their mother tongue. Super interesting, super cool. But they write so just elegantly, and I was like tearing up listening to some of it because they talk about like, I'm a person too, and hopefully this helps us be heard and that sort of thing. I definitely believe they have telepathy. I don't care how insane that sounds. Once you listen to the tapes, you're like, this makes sense. Because it's not even like a 30% chance that they're getting stuff right. It is like
Every
90% and
time.
100% that they are getting
Yeah.
guesses. And it's not even guesses because it's knowledge. Like they know what they're talking about. So, and the belief, the theory is essentially that since they don't have the ability to talk, they have a different veil or a different connection to the other world, and they are able to access that otherness and that higher,
right,
essentially power, I guess. And so now they can do telepathy. And one of the kids, I don't know that he was like a kid, but he said that it was exhausting to try to speak verbally, and telepathy is so much more sophisticated, and that also it's messy. Basically, it's super interesting, super cool. Check out the telepathy tapes.
Check it
by Kai Dickens.
Check it.
Check it out. He hears me yap about it all the time. It's amazing. It's just super good. I will put a little mention in it in the
a little tag.
A little tag in it. A little plug.
Check the link in the bio.
Yeah, a little plug. So I do think that, in my opinion, that seems pretty plausible. Oh, the whole reason I got on the crystal thing and telepathy tapes, I'm so sorry, had to do with one of the people that they were like, I say studying, but that sounds rude, like they interviewed and talked to, said that like he liked these crystals. His mom got these crystals from a friend, and he came in the house as soon as she brought them in and like wanted them and was like, these crystals have good energy and I need good energy because I have so much bad energy around me all the time, and just wanted them because they had good energy. And I just thought that was so cool.
That was cool.
I think that was so cool. So ghosts, as far as like ghost stuff in Gettysburg, there are a lot of people who say that there's nothing going on, a lot of people who say that there is a lot going on. We still have yet to go to Gettysburg for a ghost tour.
Which is crazy because my entire life I have lived within an hour of Gettysburg. My entire life.
So we should go. We're going to go to Gettysburg and do a little ghost tour before it gets too cold, preferably.
I think it'd be fun to do when we're cold.
I would not like to be freezing outside.
And you know, an extra layer of danger.
You know,
go when it's like 12 degrees outside.
So we can like, freeze to death.
Yeah, it adds the fear.
You're such a daredevil. I like it.
Whatever. I guess you could say I'm a bad boy or something.
He's a bad boy. Some of the visitors...
Pet's cat.
Nonchalantly. Some of the visitors hear musket fire, which I think is super gross.
That is gross, dude. Motherfuckers are...
You can say that. It's explicit.
Fellas are still in war in the afterlife. Yeah. Like...
Well, it's like residual hauntings. Like, they get stuck in, like, a time loop. You know, and my mom, she
probably
says that,
aren't even aware that they're dead.
Right. And my mom says sometimes people, it's not even like an attachment to something. Sometimes people don't move on because they don't realize they're stuck, or they can't come to terms with something in their life that happened. But then at Devil's Den, it's this rocky outcrop, and the Confederates used it for cover, so obviously they got away with a lot of killing the Union and stuff like that with the Yanks, I think was the term. And people also claim that at Devil's Den, their cameras malfunction. Some people see figures, others hear gunfire or even screams.
That's rough.
Which is nasty.
People probably just like volunteer to work there.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Gross. There were also this place called Hospital Woods. It served as a temporary hospital. And Nesbitt spoke to a woman who said that she sensed two men approaching her in the woods. She was able, get this, to identify them as soldiers from the 42nd Mississippi Regiment. Even gave names and details before she, I guess, knew history of it. And then later, he was able to confirm that those soldiers had indeed been wounded and treated there at that hospital.
That's weird.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. Very rough. So we have that. The little article continues to go on a little bit further down and says that it talks about the Jenny Wade house. On July 3rd, 1863, only one civilian was killed, and it was Jenny Wade.
Oh,
She was 20
I
years
didn't see
old.
that at all.
It's pretty popular. She was 20 years old, and she was baking bread in her sister's kitchen when a stray bullet hit her, and it killed her pretty quickly. Um, it's called the Jenny Wade House. Everybody goes to like the Jenny Wade House. I wonder if Ghost Adventures has done an episode there. Look it up because I really feel like that's something Zach Bagans would really do. And then some visitors that go to the Jenny Wade House claim to hear voices, and they claim that doors open and close by themselves.
Ew.
And they also say that they feel watched.
Lock the doors.
Lock them.
Lock the doors.
Deadbolt them. So I'm. Do you?
It was.
Yeah, he was at Gettysburg.
Yep.
The gang was. I unironically really love Ghost Adventures. They were my first dip into ghost hunting stuff. That and like all of those shows, that would be on at 3 a.m. when you turned on the cable.
Fact or Fake,
right?
I think was a big one.
Yeah,
with like
stuff like
paranormal stuff. They went out and like disproved it.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Or there was other ones too. I forget. I did love those shows.
Yeah, they were so good. Or like it would be something like Haunted House, My House is Haunted, and stuff like that. Super like generic names that were super fun, and the way that they dramatized them always scared the absolute living hell out of me. And still, like, I can watch it during the daytime. I will not watch it at night. And I do get spooked out by it. I'll say that.
I do get spooky.
I don't care. I do get spooky. But it's definitely freaky the way that they dramatize it. And during the daytime, you're like, ha, this is cheap. I know what this is. You're trying to scare me.
At night, babe, can you come to the bathroom?
Yep, it's the rule.
You see her?
I do see her. She's a sweetie pie. The cat is laying on his lap, loving on him. Her name is Pickles.
Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles. Her name is Mr. Pickles because she came to us named that way. And I tried to name her Stella, but she wouldn't take. She liked Pickles. So do you think that Jenny Wade's spirit still lingers?
I would imagine, yeah. But I feel like that can also be one of those cases where it's like she doesn't even, like, she's not even aware what happened, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if it was, like, the beginning of the war, and, like, especially if she had, well, not the beginning of the war, the beginning of that battle, and, like, if she wasn't aware of what was happening, and she just got hit with a stray bullet dead on impact, like, I feel like you wouldn't even have time to decipher what just happened.
I'd like to see like reenactments of the battle because when I lived in Tennessee, there was like the Battle of Blue Springs, and I don't remember the history of that. We could probably do a little snippet on that sometime, but me and my mom would walk down, and there was this field, and they would set up tents and stands where they would sell like handmade things and fans and petticoats and corsets and the like gear for, I mean, the war that they wore and stuff like that. So it was super cool. And we also did, I don't know if you guys ever did it in schools up here, but in Tennessee, we would have these like heritage weeks where people would come in and teach us how to weave baskets.
I feel like I do remember that actually.
Right? Like we would learn how to weave baskets and do stuff of like the old, you know what I mean? Like all kinds of stuff
so weird.
Like that.
I feel like that's just unlocked so much.
Right?
My toes been out this whole time.
Oh no, what have you done? Your toes have been out. The dogs.
You gotta blur them puppies.
Blur them.
I'm putting them out for free.
I am not talented enough to do that. I don't know how to do that yet.
Just place a little square over them.
A little picture of the cat. Just over them. Listen, you chose to have your toes out. If you wanted,
didn't mean to. That's why I got the blanket on.
If you wanted it to be pay-per-view, we could have discussed that before, but it's too late now. So yeah, I think she's definitely there because I think it was probably very like instantaneous, that it happened to her, and if she probably didn't have very much time to wonder. And people knew the war was going on, so it's not like nobody knew. It's not like you lived under a rock, or something like that. But girl, you just did it again. She messed up my pile again. How do you do that? The cat stepped on my tablet, and because she's an angel, I don't stop her from doing it. She deserves to walk where she please. So I definitely think there was so much strife going on already. And also, if they were close enough to shoot her, in her sister's house. They were definitely dying like outside on the doorstep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They were dying close by.
Right. Yeah, because especially back then, like, I don't know what exactly they used, but I assume like muskets, and like they didn't shoot far.
Mm-mm.
Maybe like 100 yards, I bet.
Yeah. So I definitely think there was just so much energy in general there. I also read another article. This is a blog by Deborah Dale. DeborahDale.com/Ghosts of Gettysburg/ and that will also be in the show notes. I really recommend reading this blog because I thought it was a very like entertaining read. She made some very compelling I feel like she was just really good at saying what she went through and what happened while they were there visiting. I think they went there on vacation. Don't quote me on that. I'm not going to talk about it word for word, but just talk about some points that stole my heart because I think it's super fun and she did a really good job writing it. She also included pictures and recordings, and I listened to one of them. And the first like 3 times I didn't hear it because something else was going on in the background of what I was doing, so I couldn't hear it. When I like stepped away and put it up to my ear, I could hear it. The recording I heard was a voice said open. A male voice said open after she was talking to somebody in the beginning of the recording. It's like 13 seconds long. It's pretty early in the article, I believe. And they say something, blah, blah, blah. You hear female voices that are real, and then you hear kind of a soft, like, open. It's weird.
Keeping it closed.
Keeping it closed, actually. In her blog, she talks about how she visited Gettysburg and she took some tours. She felt heavy, like dread, in an area that had been utilized as part of the Underground Railroad. So that's rough.
Yeah.
A lot of suffering and strife there as well. Disembodied voices. Shows some pictures she took, several parts to the blog. I didn't have my brightness up on my phone, so I didn't like stare at the pictures and try to get them. I do know for a fact that she did not put a lot of pictures in there because they took a lot of pictures. She only put the ones in there that she felt were compelling enough to put in there because she had a when in doubt, toss it out type of mentality about it. If it wasn't obvious that something was going on, she was not using the picture.
Fair.
Which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And there are, I think, 3 parts to the blog that I read. So there's part 1, what happened when they first got there. Part 2, more stuff. Part 3, the end of the visit and stuff like that. And they visited the Jenny Wade house. They visited the wheat fields and Culp's Hill. And she also says that they experienced a residual haunting of the battle itself. So we know that a residual haunting is kind of like a time loop thing.
Like the worst.
The worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just like I think about the agony of being stuck in a time loop.
Yeah. That's
probably my greatest fear.
She's going crazy.
She's biting you hard.
And then she loves me.
Don't let her bite you.
Kind of feels good.
If you just like don't react and go limp, she'll get bored pretty quickly. But yeah, so I think it's just a lot going on there. Hey, she is getting you. She is getting you. For anyone who's not on video, Pickles is putting the work on his arm, attacking him like he has wronged her entire bloodline. We were also talking about what kind of cat she is. We don't really know cat breeds that well because I think they're super confusing.
The cat people.
What kind of breed is she?
What is this?
What is this?
What is that?
We have concluded American Shorthair. Yeah.
Demon.
Because we don't know.
Little demon.
Little pretty girl. Pretty baby. Oh, she's gonna, she's gonna get you. She gonna get you. She gonna get you. But, yeah, so all of that said, definitely go read it. Because I think experiencing a residual haunting of a battle sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible.
Sounds really uncomfortable. I would hear it and be like, there are actual stuff happening outside right now.
Yeah.
You know? Because we have, like, our own fair share of hauntings in the house and outside of the house and that sort of thing. Like, the other day, the cabinet opened.
Yeah, that was freaky.
That was weird.
That was weird. Didn't like that.
Didn't love that. And the cat wasn't anywhere near, so we can't blame it on her. And Prince doesn't get into anything because he's an old man.
Good boy.
And a great boy.
The best boy.
He's sassy because he's a German Shepherd.
And he's old.
But he's also like ridiculous because he's a golden retriever mix. So
perfect combination.
Yeah, he's very serious but also no nonsense. So he's a hoot to be around. But yeah, so I think it's tragedies in general are gonna contribute to the hauntings in Gettysburg. I still really think we should go.
We should.
Yeah. I think we should go because I'd like to experience some of that for myself.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool.
Just learn more.
Yeah, and I think it'd be cool to get a recorder and go sit out there.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
You have your spirit box thing.
I do have my spirit box. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I have a spirit box, and I attempted to contact a spirit that we had here, but I actually ended up contacting two of them, and one of them was a female who seemed kind of timid, like she's like constantly looking around the corner, but then the male is super just, I fucking dare ya, and I don't mess with that. I don't like that. That makes me mad in my own household. So, but they also don't stay here all the time. They're like, they come and go. Sometimes you can feel them, and sometimes you don't.
The wanderers.
The wanderers. But to appease him, I believe he's Christian, so we got some crucifixes in the house to try to like ease his attitude and settle him down. Because I'm not a Christian, but again, I believe it's all the same thing anyway. So symbolism, I fully believe, does have power because of how much like intent goes into symbolism. So I don't think it matters what it is. Symbolism matters. Yeah. I think it all has intent and it all has weight to it. So crucifix, we got one in here in the living room and we got one in the bedroom. So hopefully that'll appease him. Because those are the two places I feel him the most, is in here and in the bedroom. Yeah. They were definitely the hallway. Yeah. They were definitely his rooms. Something about going outside at night freaks me out. If I go outside alone, and I think that's not ghost related, I think that's just generally weirdness. Like nobody likes being outside at night except for people who are super brave, and that's not me. But I feel so weird at night when I take Prince out and I go out on the porch and I have to go down because I always have to hear something weird. Like on the little plant bed on the side of the house, I'll hear rustling, like somebody's running up it all the time.
Yeah. I always hear it in the street. Like it's usually just a leaf blowing off the street, but I always hear it sounds like somebody's sprinting at me from the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
Yeah. Or I scare myself in the mornings before work.
Yeah.
Why do I do that? You know, like I'll be on my way walking to my car, and I'm like, somebody's gonna come out and get me.
Grabbed me.
Somebody's gonna get me right now, and then I'm like looking over my shoulder. I'm like, it's just your OCD. Calm down. It's okay. It's fine. It's not fine. My heart is beating. And I'm like opening the door, looking around, getting in, locking it before I even get in the car. And then I sit in there and I like look around. The windows are foggy. I can't see anything. I don't know why I do that.
That sounds horrible.
It sucks, dude. It doesn't happen every morning, but some mornings I feel like I'm being hunted. And I'm like, I can't tell if that's like a...
That's how I feel at night. Never in the morning though, but you get up when it's still dark.
Yeah. Out. So it's super spooky. The days are getting darker faster though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice, but also...
Yeah. Sad, but nice. I like the period we're in right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too. It's nice. Because it's still warm, but it's like... If you're in the shade, it's nice.
Yeah. And I like that, like, in the morning and at night it's chillier.
Yeah, I do like that. We don't even need the AC.
No. But I haven't pulled out my fur coat yet because it's not necessary at this time. But I do wear my furry robe over whatever I'm wearing when I drive to work. Mm-hmm. And then I just take it off before I walk into work. Nice. So I can sit in my furry robe in the cold.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Need a furry robe for the cold.
You have a furry robe. I took it.
A work robe. I need a work robe.
You need a work robe. Covered in drywall and plaster. Yeah. But I think it'd be cool for our next episode to talk a little bit about the Battle of Blue Springs. I don't really remember what happened, but it's the South, so maybe it's Confederate stuff. Probably. And I'm still interested in the history. Yeah. So we could probably touch on that. And maybe touch on the Great Smoky Mountains as well.
It'd also be cool to do an East State Penitentiary soon.
Ooh, because we
we were
have
there,
been
yeah.
there. And that, you do feel stuff in there.
Yeah.
But not where you think you would.
No, in like the main like walkways.
Yeah.
Or like like the one cell block where it was like the balcony and then the stairs down to the other level. That was gross.
That one was creepy. Because we didn't feel it in the ones where you were just sitting at.
Yeah.
When you would go in and sit down and stuff like that. Didn't feel it there. Al Capone stayed there.
Yeah, his room was cool to see.
God, what was it? I feel like I saw something. Oh, I wish I could quote it. Where they said Al Capone used to have weird ghost stuff happening or something like that. I thought that was super interesting to know. And then they have that dog. They had that dog there.
Was his name Pup?
I don't remember what his name was.
It was something stupid.
We got a stuffy of him. We went to the gift shop and bought a stuffy of him because we loved it so much. Oh, she's on the laptop now. She's on the road again. She's running around. But yeah, so I think that would be a really good one too. Because that's easy information. Pep?
Yeah.
Pep. Yeah.
The dog's name is Pep.
That's nice. Can you imagine how cold it was in there?
Yeah.
Horrible. Ooh! Speaking of prisons, I know a lot about like prison history. There used to be spinning prisons. Yep.
That just spun?
Round prisons that would spin. They're like super high security, maximum security type stuff. We'll look up the video and I'll show you later because it's honestly hilarious in thought. Like, you really, it wasn't necessary. It was doing too much in every single circumstance. And there was an instance in one of the spinning prisons where the toilets, the sewage, would get backed up.
Makes sense.
And like stuck in the sewage for a little bit, and
that's the real scary story here.
It's insane. It's insane. Oh, who was it? I think I might be insane. Spinning prison sewage.
Yeah,
poop.
Shitty.
I think it was. That the podcast? Yeah, that's the podcast with Sasha and Tom. Sasha Arbach. And I'm Tom Ward. He says that's how they introduce himself. He goes, "This is Where Are They Now? I'm Sasha Arbach." And then the British guy goes, "And I'm Tom Ward." And I'm watching it and Where Did Everyone Go? That's what it's called, not Where Are They Now? Yeah. Where Did Everyone Go? I lose my mind whenever Sasha's like, this and this and this happened and this is abandoned now. And then Tom goes, "All right, Sasha, where did everyone go?" Every time I lose my mind. It's like every time we're watching a movie and you go, they said the name.
They said the thing.
They said the thing. Yeah, every single time. Happens every single time without fail. I've watched every single episode, and every time I'm like, oh my god, he said it. Where did everyone go? And then we find out where everyone went.
We do.
It's super fun. They have a good podcast. They have a great rapport.
Yeah.
I dream to be like that. They have a great rapport. They're hilarious. They're very funny. But yeah, so I think the next episode we can do East Penn.
We can do yours next.
I mean, we can dabble mine in. It's not that serious. It's not. Yeah. It's not. There's not that much that goes into it. I mean, I'm sure it's. That's dismissive. I'm sure a lot of history that goes into that, but I don't want to make the whole episode about just that. So we can sprinkle that in, a little sprinkle.
A little razzle dazzle.
Oh my god, cat. Pickles. Sprinkle. So, yeah, I think you will catch us next time, Boils and Ghouls, on the Paranormal with Nessferatu. That's beautiful.
Is that really the end?
It could be the end. Okay. We can make it the end. Yeah. So.
That's so funny.
Catch us on the flip.